This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, Netflix, Squarespace,
and Pushy Doodles.
It's a way to make your cat do pushy doodle.
Take your brush and let your pussy go. Pussy do, pussy do.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hello and welcome to Diggnation episode number 166. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the hottest user-submitted stories on the social news website. That's a lot of S's. I have dental work. I've had dental work, and I'm slurring.
That is a lot of S's. I didn't even think of it.
Digg.com, Digg.com.
That's right.
I'm not drunk. I am seriously just slurring because I have things in my mouth.
We're here in the sweet, fair city of San Francisco. Sweet.
I think I'm going to be okay.
I think you're going to be all right.
Yeah,
I'm very
fine.
excited. And good for you for dental correctness. I don't know. It's good.
Am I the only person that hates flossing?
No.
I
hate it.
hate flossing.
Yeah. Some people love it. Some people love it. Ric Flair does it all the time.
Ric Flair. That's Hippie Glenn.
Hippie Glenn. Oh, I just got to say, Hippie Glenn, like...
Well, we talked about it, but yeah.
It's still impressive.
Horrible.
We're here in Kevin's apartmento. How you been?
Good. San Francisco, beautiful day out, a little hot in here.
It's a little hot, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would take this off, but it's what I brought to wear. Makes sense.
Yes,
right?
it does indeed.
It's very logical.
That would be awesome if one episode all of a sudden you're just like, actually it's a little warm and just do it topless.
Nice, all right, I'd do that.
Yeah, I don't know what that would do for our ratings.
I don't know what that would do for our ratings either. Well, anyway.
Yes.
Shall we get to the first story?
Let's do it. First story of the day is mine. With 3,414 digs submitted by TNU, it says, Kevin Rose tells us about the new iPod rumors.
That sounds like a story that we would be from our show.
Right, and it is.
And here we go.
So, iPod rumors, I didn't expect this to go as nuts as I thought it actually did.
Yeah, you were telling me it was like 250,000 people watched it.
250,000 viewed it on, because I was like, okay, I had a little leak come to me
Maybe.
and say, hey, here's what's coming out in a few weeks. And honestly, this kind of shit scares me a little bit in that if I screw up with rumors a bunch of times, especially with this many people watching, it really hurts your credibility as like a person that can...
I mean that's what happened with the iPhone, right? I mean, we talked about a couple different cool things.
I did get a couple of things right with the iPhone.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I don't think it ruins your, because sometimes you will get a rumor that at the time is true.
Right.
So like with the iPhone, they may have at the time been kicking around doing 2 batteries.
Right.
So internally, it was correct.
Right.
It just was something that failed to make it to market.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the
absolutely.
nature of rumors.
Well, and with this one...
but that picture looks pretty specifically a picture of a new iPod.
Right, well this was the picture that was leaked to me. And so yeah, I figured, I can either keep this or I can put it online and let people talk about it and see what they think. So
what do we know about the iPod, the new iPod? Because I actually I saw this, but I didn't read or watch it.
Okay, so here's what I've heard from this one particular leak, who has a good track record and actually has leaked other quality stuff in the past.
Okay.
And
who, if ever found out, would be fired.
Correct. This new Nano is, the current one is a little fat, little chunky.
It's a square one, yeah.
Square thing. They decided to go with like a little bit longer screen, as shown in the picture here.
It looks like the mini Zune.
Oh, it does look like
a
a
bigger
Zune.
screen.
Right, and they're rounding it. See how it's like a little bit of an oval?
Oh,
they're kind of making it a little bit curved.
I thought that was like a piece of plastic that wasn't, not like the plastic hadn't been on.
No, the glass is going to be curved. And see how it's a little bit curved there?
Yeah.
See around it like that?
Oh, interesting. That seems to be like their new thing.
Yeah, their new thing is kind of, if you look at the new iPhone, it's kind of rounded on the back side, you know? So that's not a huge thing. The big thing that I thought was interesting is they were saying that at the price point of $199 for the iPhone.
Right. Most people buy an iPhone rather than buy an iPod.
And it's cannibalizing the iPod sales.
Makes
so
sense.
I think what they're going to do is they're really going to chop the prices of according to the source, of all the iPods across the line.
Okay.
And so we're going to be seeing a lot cheaper iPods, and also the introduction of iTunes 8.0.
Now, what you were all excited. You got all on a box about how cool iTunes 8.0 would be.
Right.
What?
I haven't said anything about what it is.
So you were just internally excited.
No, right. I was going to tell you all this shit, but the thing is,
I got you. That was not leakable information.
right. Well, the problem is, honestly, and people are like, oh, why is it like, honestly, I mentioned this before in another post, and people are like, oh, I want to know the details. Why? Don't be a dick. Don't hold that information back. And the thing is, there's a couple different people, like working in the industry and being in Silicon Valley, you meet people from Apple all the time, right?
Yeah, and you don't want those people
to get fired.
Or to feel like they can't
trust you with certain information.
With cool information.
Right.
There is a balance between I want to be the guy who tells people these cool information,
Exactly.
and also I want to be the guy that people feel comfortable telling these cool pieces of information to. I get that.
This was
So tell me later.
right. So this was basically this is a different guy that said, hey, here's what I heard. iTunes 8 is going to be out.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you anything. I won't tell you, but it's coming out. And he said it's going to be really worthy of the 8.0 release, like rather than a dot upgrade.
Right.
And I was like, oh, come on, just tell me something. He's like, okay, you can't leak this. And I'm like, okay, I won't leak it.
And here we are on the show.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I don't want to really. All I can say is the one feature, there's only one real big feature they told me about. And I was thinking, like, that sounds pretty cool. Like, if it works the way.
So you shouldn't continue to talk about it, because what you're going to do is convince yourself to tell people.
No, I think it's going to be a cool feature. I mean, think.
Don't. Now you're doing it. See, you're going to actually do it. And this time I'm going to save yourself. With the iPhone, I was like, do it, Kevin. I'm drunk. You're drunk. Let's do it.
Right.
And this time I'm like, I'm sober. You're sober. Let's not.
Okay, I will say this. I heard that the event for announcing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And this date could be wrong. It could change. Whatever. Is going to be September 9th. On Tuesday. So as we get closer to that date, obviously this information becomes less and less like, you know, I'll tweet out some more details about this stuff.
Yes. So without getting too off track, September 9th just keyed into me something that we need to tell our audience, which I forgot, which is we're going to be going to St. Louis again.
Right.
And we would usually be no, I know we're not doing a live show, but because we're going to this brewery and having all this cool fancy beer stuff happen, we're going to be shooting the show that is supposed to come out on Friday.
Right.
So just so you guys know, the show that would come out the 12th, I think, September 12th, is going to come out. Episode number 167 is going to come out a little bit later.
A couple days later.
Yeah, so and that's next week. So just FYI. Anyway.
Yeah, and I think we're going to try to get some raw footage of it up. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we're going to figure something out. But now here's something I wanted to say, which is good because I haven't bought a new iPod for a while. And I think now, because of my BMW, I'm going to get the next version of the iPod.
Yeah. The Classic, I heard, isn't getting any big changes. Like the Classic.
Yeah, that's what I want. I don't need it to be touched because it literally just sits in my glove box.
Right.
But right now I have, I think it's the second version, the sort of, the one with the heat, the like trigger touch one, but still the white with no color chunk.
Right.
And it is sometimes slow. Like when I'm scrolling through the stuff or when I put it on random, it takes a little while, and I think it's just because it's old.
Yeah.
And so I do want to get a new, updated one.
This would be a good time to do that. So hold off on that.
Especially if they drop all the prices.
But if it is the 9th and they do drop all these prices and we hear, because they start inviting press and stuff like that, so people say, oh, 9th, Apple has an event.
Yeah.
That morning, I'll tweet out some more details about 8.0 before it comes out. Nice. Anyway, twitter.com/Kevin Rose.
Twitter.com/Alex Albrecht. I will be twittering as soon as Kevin tells me what 8.0 is about.
So basically, if you add him, you'll get it first. I would be so pissed. And I woke up that morning and you got like 5 a.m. and you're like, okay, this is what Kevin told me a couple weeks ago. I'm like, that's too funny.
Then you could just retweet it. It'd be great.
All right.
Anyway, all right, great story. Next story. Holy shit, fucking missed him. 4,464 people dug this story submitted by Mr. Babyman. This is a genuine near-death experience given to me by a work colleague who just happened to have his camera sitting on the dash. Bro, this will blow your mind. So first thing we should say, in case people are squeamish, nothing happens. This is not a video of some guy getting run over by. This isn't Faces of Death. So just so you know. But basically, this train comes around a corner, goes under a bridge, under a tunnel, and there's dudes on the track, and he honks his horn, and then one dude trips and falls on the fucking thing.
That's insane.
And then the guy's like, "Oh, we just fucking missed him. Whoa, dude."
Dude, that's so crazy.
This is the shit that scares me about train tracks.
Well,
Trains
yes.
could be on them.
Right. I mean, come on, kids, don't play on the. You think they heard it? I don't think they did. It was like they weren't playing chicken kind of thing.
No, they were just walking across the train tracks.
Right.
But I wouldn't walk across the train tracks at a blind curve.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I'd be
You know
like, eh.
If that kid got run over and it did turn into a face of the death thing, natural selection.
Oh well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Sure. A guy couldn't.
Whatever.
He tripped. Poorly coordinated.
whatever. Like,
Don't spread that gene.
The gene was there that caused him to trip because of the
deer
lack
in
of
the headlights
coordination.
gene.
You know,
Gene.
it won't get passed on, and
Yeah.
whoever is next on the train tracks will be able to get out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
The kid that made it,
That's how
he deserves
superheroes
to be
are
able to.
invented.
Exactly. Eventually, one day we'll have a perfect set of genes.
I'm actually excited. Do you
Sounds
think that'll
horrible.
ever happen?
No, I think that was something the Nazis tried to do.
No, I don't mean in a bad way, but I mean like,
You know, if we could create a super race.
like a Wunderkind, something like that.
That's horrible.
That is horrible. Oh man, yeah, I don't fuck with trains, man. There's some people who are like, oh, let's play chicken with the trains, and even when I put down like coins on train tracks, I always feel bad
Why?
because it could derail and destroy.
No. You
I
can't-
put in like stacks of coins. I mean, I want to make money when I do.
Dude, first of all, you know what's up there.
Dude, I know.
You can't derail. It takes like C4 to derail a train.
Really?
I don't know. You sure can do it.
Well, sounds big. C4 sounds big. Well, anyway.
There's. I don't even want to say that.
What?
No.
What?
I was just gonna say it's
What
not
is-
even worth it. That's not even worth it. I was just talking about making C4, and it's like I don't want to talk about making C4.
Do you know how to make C4?
No, but I know that like it's very dangerous to make.
Oh, gee, I wonder what keyed you off. The fact that it was a fucking military-grade explosive. We're not talking about making soap bars.
No,
you
but,
know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear ya.
No shit, it's hard. Well, what do? You like cook it?
No, I don't know how to make it. I just don't. I don't even want to talk about making because then some kids will be like, "Oh, Google that." I'm gonna see, like,
Diggnation, figure out how to make it.
Right, exactly.
It's surprisingly like making a bundt cake, just with nitroglycerin. I love it. All right. Anyway, next
right.
story.
Next story of the day. Please tell me I didn't close the window. There we are. Okay, this is pretty cool. 2,954 people dug it. Submitted by Mr. Babyman. iHologram, incredibly cool
haven't
but
seen this
useless iPhone app. Now, there's been a lot of iPhone apps that have come out recently. We've talked about them, which ones we like in the past.
And there was a new one, which brings up an interesting point, which is there was a new iPhone app where you could actually, basically it was a connection to the WoW Armory. So on your iPhone, you could show your characters in WoW.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and you could click them, and it would show all the stats, and then you could click on items, it would show all the items you
Should I
have
start
equipped.
playing WoW?
Yes!
Is it too late? Is it too late?
No!
Is it too late?
No.
Okay,
I'll tell you a secret.
I don't want to pay to have people level me up. I want to do it like a real man.
All right, well then that's
Is that what you're going to tell me?
Not that specifically, but I was just gonna... Yeah, I was just gonna get...
What was the dude?
Don't worry, it's
Wait,
something
let
else.
me ask you a question.
Something for offline, yes.
You see that right there, right?
That would kill WoW.
I have a gaming machine finally hooked up. You didn't even say anything. I got a new desk and everything.
I was going to, but then with so much shit happening.
Right.
But it looks great.
So I got a new desk. Got my old Falcon Northwest. Thank you, Falcon. Badass machine. Hooked up.
Oh, Kelt's gonna be at Envision 08.
Oh, he is. Cool.
Or he was.
Okay, we'll say hi.
Yeah. So go ahead, it's hooked up.
Oh shit. Okay, the reason why we're laughing, we gotta tell people.
I know.
It's the same fucking day. We're going to shoot this live Diggnation tonight.
Yeah.
And we had to crank out 2 shows because of scheduling shit.
He's got like dig shit next week.
and so he's like, we're gonna.
I was like, oh, Kelt's gonna be there
We're gonna
tonight.
see him.
Oh, wait, did we?
We already saw him. Well, we did.
We did. The worst part is, this is so not funny for them.
Right.
Okay, so back to WoW. You have your machine set up.
It's hot.
I know.
So yeah, back to WoW. I have the machine set up, and I'm sitting there, and I got Steam powered installed.
Yep.
So I got all my shit there. And I love
that.
I love all this shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, okay, what do I do now? There's 2 games I'm considering playing. World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons Online.
World of Warcraft, not even a choice.
I like D&D.
No, dude. You come on. You know me, bro. I love me some fucking D&D. And for the first 2 days, I loved D&D Online because I was like, oh, it's the same character, blah, blah, blah. It is not as good a game.
What if I don't like people?
D&D Online is all about people.
What if I don't want to socialize a lot and I just want to go off and do my own little quests?
Then D&D Online is not even useful for you. Everything is 6-person instances.
What if I wanted to be a one-person instance?
Well, you can't play that on D&D. I mean, you can't. You have to group in D&D Online to play anything. Not in World of Warcraft. You could level your entire character in World of Warcraft without ever saying hi to anybody.
Really?
Oh, of course.
Can I go into instances?
You could. I mean, you'd have to go into instances that were a little bit lower. So you wouldn't be able to go into the instance for your level.
Is it fun though?
Oh my god, dude, I have such a blast. Plus, if you came in, dude, I could fucking power level your guy. We could go through, I could run all the Van Cleef stuff with you, destroy all the stuff and get you all these like crazy blue loot.
Should I join your server?
Yeah, dude.
What server are you on?
Executus.
That's right.
On the Alliance side.
Alliance, okay.
Yeah. Dude, we're like raiding and
When's that
endgame
new update come out? Maybe I should wait for that.
Theoretically November, but you shouldn't wait for that. Because what you want to do is that's all from 70 to 80.
Ooh.
So what you want to do is you want to be playing.
And get up to 70.
Get up to 70.
And then we can
when it
all
comes
go
out,
from 70 to 80.
then we can all level from 70 to 80, bro.
All right, I'm in.
I'm telling you.
I'm in. I only have like probably about 3 hours,
all you
maybe
need.
a little bit more,
all you
a
need.
week to dedicate to it. Is
That's all you
that cool?
need. Yeah, it's cool. It's totally cool.
All right, so here's back to the story.
Yeah.
The iHologram useless
yeah,
but cool
whoops.
iPhone app. Check this out.
Oh, I didn't even tell you about the end all of it.
Running? He's running?
What?
Ooh, look at that. You can turn it. Dude, how sweet is that?
That is fucking weird.
I love that they're playing the band The Knife in the background, this little video, so if you like the band Knife, go get it. Download it.
How do you...
I don't know, he explains, he's got this whole paper on how it
you can
works.
turn it?
Dude, I don't know what game is going to be created with this, but it's going to be
That's what I was
badass
gonna
when
say,
they do.
dude.
Look at how cool that is.
Wow.
Dude, that is going to be so cool when they come out with a game that somehow utilizes that.
Assuming a constant viewing angle. All right, that makes sense. Typical for one of the devices placed on tabletop.
I'm so excited. A friend of mine just took funding from a pretty big VC that's doing that iFund, which is the iPod development fund that they put together.
Oh, yeah?
At Sequoia, I believe. And he just took...
Wait, the
They call it the iFund. Steve Jobs announced it. It's like $1 billion worth of VC capital, like if you're
Specifically
creating a
for
company for making iPhone applications. And so...
Wow, where do I call that guy?
Well, I mean, you have to obviously put together a business plan, pitch it, and get accepted and get the money, blah, blah, blah. Long
that
story
tomorrow.
short, this is cool. This
Yeah.
guy is a really cool guy. Neil, he's an awesome guy. He was an executive at EA, Electronic Arts.
Oh, yeah.
And he was working on Spore and a bunch of other really cool titles. He was like in charge of these games, like huge VP
Yeah,
kind of
I
guy.
like that.
He left EA just to create this game company called Ingimoko, and it's going to be...
Oh, it's going to be a mobile... Yeah, that makes sense.
And he showed me some of the early games. He's
Yeah.
going to have like, well, I probably shouldn't really say
Probably
anything.
not, because you just got
But
funding.
they're
so.
freaking cool, dude. Like some of the stuff they're coming out with on the iPhone gaming-wise,
Yeah.
this is a real device.
I know.
It's gonna be pretty badass. So keep your eyes open for games from Ingimoko. It's gonna be pretty badass. So
It's interesting to see what's happening. And the really funny thing was, somebody was saying, I can't remember who it was. I think it was at E3. Maybe it was Garnett Lee. But somebody I was talking to at E3 said that the iPhone. Oh, no. So, the guy from id Software was saying that the iPhone is more powerful than any handheld gaming system
Oh, totally.
on the market.
that's what Neil was telling me too.
But now here's the thing, and this is what I was going to say about that, because the conversation then turned to, wow, isn't that great? Think of the iPhone games, right? And then I countered by saying, you know, that doesn't get me excited about iPhone games. What it gets me excited for is the PSP2, is the DS2. Because if you think about it, the PSP and the DS, when they came to market, they were, like the PSP especially, it was as fast as you could have a handheld of that size. Now, the iPhone is like a small computer. It's so much more powerful. I'm like, bro, when they come out with the PSP2, which is a machine designed 100% solely for games, that thing is gonna rip and kill it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But that said, I mean, phone games are great.
The one thing that's really cool about the iPhone, though, that I think that I hope the PSP2 and similar like Nintendo devices and whatnot have, is the internet connectivity. Because with the 3G and stuff like that, some of the stuff you can do, like talking to the internet to get real-time data.
That is definitely true.
And some of the stuff with like GPS and knowing where you're at,
Yep.
there's going to be a whole different level of like tag and all kinds of.
Totally changes your game design.
Yeah.
If you can say, well, you're constantly connected to the internet, no matter whenever you play this game, pretty much. It's like, oh, okay, all right, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, with, PSP and the DS, they have Wi-Fi, so you can connect to the internet and do some internet stuff, but they don't have it, built in. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm here, let's play, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Dude, that's epic.
Yeah, one thing I will say about that is they're looking for developers and game makers. So if you already started to work on a game, they're actually like buying games and things like that and like making them better and things. So
that's cool.
In Gmoco if you're an iPhone developer.
That's awesome. Well, congrats to them. All right, next story. Marry me, Leslie. Dig up, please. 12,063 people dug this story, submitted by. Whoop.
Did you just throw up a load in your mouth?
A little bit.
Sounded like it.
Kalinka. Oh,
Don't blow in my direction. That's fucking disgusting.
Kalinka, marry me, Leslie, please. Using Google Maps. It's actually Google Street View, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a combination of Maps, integrated Street View.
First off, how the hell did they know? I mean, they must have known that the Google Maps guy was coming by because they've had like high mom. But is that true? Like, did they?
Yeah, they do this stuff.
They do that where they like announce where it's going to be and stuff?
When I was at food camp up here, they said that Google was going to fly over with their planes, and so we all made like signs on the ground. So when they flew over, they could, you could get their sign there, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, look, there's all sorts of stuff. That's super cool. Would you want to be in Google Streets?
Yeah, totally.
Really?
I'd do some crazy shit to be in Google Streets.
I don't. You could probably do. You don't. I mean, where? I'm trying to find the fucking thing again. Where'd it go? So anyway, this guy. Well, first off, do we know whether this lady Leslie person said yes or not?
So we're kind of retarded kid on a bike there when she was fine.
Yeah.
I think she did say yes. They said somewhere in the comments that she did reply.
That she said yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so finally.
She says, yes, good luck, dude. Maybe the nerdiest proposal of all time. Could be. Close to the nerdiest proposal of all time.
Well, there was that other kid on Digg that tried to propose to the girl, whatever, and she said no. Remember we had that?
Oh, no, that was the one that we announced on the show.
But then there was another one on Digg that tried to do
heart.
it and said no. This is the first one that's been successful on Digg as far as...
Wow. Maybe it's because you shouldn't try to ask them on
the
Digg.
internet, yeah, or on the internet in general.
Or the internet in general. I was like, I did a direct message Twitter to my girlfriend asking her to marry me, and I don't know if she
said no.
I don't know if she got it or.
That's awesome.
She thought
Twitter
I was asking
down
for people. Yeah, Twitter was down. Come on.
There was something else I was going to talk about here. What were we just talking about? We're talking about. Oh! I know what I want to tell you. I had this really weird thing.
Okay.
This really weird idea.
Okay, I like weird ideas.
So, have you heard of photosynth?
Photosynth?
Yeah.
No.
As a Windows user, I'm pretty freaking, oh, come on. It says they're overwhelmed right now. Photo, S-Y-N-T-H. Photosynth is this new thing from Microsoft that allows you to go and take multiple pictures all over the place.
Yeah.
And essentially, what it does is it creates, oh, you gotta be kidding me. They're overwhelmed right now.
PC.
It creates this crazy virtual kind of world that you can move through. So like if I were to go like picture, right? And take like 5 in a row all in the same area, it stitches them all together automatically, and I can kind of like step through the world and through the pictures.
Really?
It's nuts.
Holy crap.
I hate that I'm slurring because of my dental shit.
That's all right, I get it.
So basically, here they explain technically how it really works. But what I'm thinking is like Google Maps in the future, it's so out of date, like Street View. It's like, this was taken a year and a half ago or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this is ever going to work out this way, but if there was something that was like, okay, go, like as I'm walking around and my iPhone says, okay, you're at this GPS coordinates, turn to the right, take a picture, and then use some type of photosynth technology to stitch it all together to create like a deep, richer kind of experience.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's where things are going, man. If you think about like, okay, when you go to Yelp,
Yeah.
and you go to check out a bar, and you're like,
Yep.
oh, I haven't been to this bar yet, right?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
see a couple pictures of the cocktails, and you see like maybe a picture of the bar, right, from the
Right.
outside.
Right.
Wouldn't it be cool if like all the people that took photos inside of the bar, right, tag these photos or GPS tag them, right, based on the phone tagging them automatically.
Right.
And it goes in and stitches them together and creates a virtual layout internally of the bar of what that place looks like, so you could step around and step through it. Now, what I'm saying sounds crazy. Until you check out Photosynth. Go type in Photosynth, Photo SYNTH, and check out the demo that they have on Microsoft Labs. Pretty badass, because you can create this. So next time you go on a vacation, just shoot a shit ton of pictures of like around a given area, like some monument or something you're going to check out.
Yeah.
You upload them to Photosynth, and then it creates this weird like step-through virtual environment. It's pretty badass.
Dude, I like that.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
It's pretty cool. So anyway, that's
It's called Photosynth, huh? It's a Microsoft Labs thing?
yeah. I have a feeling that could somehow be applied to like Street View, so that like, you know, it's more real time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like the old school VR where like you would like look at a hotel. Like there was that plugin, that like QuickTime plugin like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, where you would like look at a hotel room and it'd be like, take the VR tour, and it would load it and you could kind of move around in the picture, you know?
But it's always outdated, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what this would do is take a look at your GPS, say we know where this hotel is, we know that this is a more recent picture, and now we're gonna stitch it in place. So it's automatically always, it's like a big quilt, right?
Yeah.
And it's always replacing patches of the quilt with the most recent picture as it finds them.
I love the idea of having and I think it probably is out there. I think there was something like an iPhone app that like has like a Yelp type of situation where you could take a picture in a restaurant and then say what restaurant you're in, and then it would have this like library
yeah.
of all the
They
pictures
have
taken
that.
in that library
They have
or in
that.
that place. What's it called?
I don't
Space Camp?
remember, but it is an app where you can go in and say like, and when you're at a restaurant, you can thumb through the pictures and then be like, oh, this looks like a good restaurant. And before
Oh,
you
is
go
it
in,
that
say,
wallpaper thing where you can write on the wall of the places that you are, and then it knows where you are, and you can look at other people's notes on the wall?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
One of those is
It's
gonna take
weird.
off.
Well, maybe.
be a little while,
I mean,
though.
I think the real thing is going to be now that apps are in the iPhone standard, rather than you had to hack it in order to get it. Although I will say, I'm going to try the new 2.0.2 or whatever.
I have it on my phone. It's great.
But I still, I mean, first off, it's a bitch to downgrade. A bitch to downgrade
What are you
and rehack.
downgrading from? Oh,
I had
stop
2.0.
hacking,
It was horrible. Dude, I had 2.0. It was horrible. It was the worst thing that ever happened on my phone. I'm actually going to get BlackBerry.
Did you What?
Yeah.
Shut up,
I think I'm done with the iPhone.
dude. Microsoft is paying you, and I'm not knowing about it. Are they?
I wish. Are you kidding me? Microsoft, if you want to pay me to stop using my iPhone and start using the fucking M phone or whatever, give me a call, bro.
I swear, if it's like 3 months from now, like, you know,
I have the Zune Touch.
and you come in, you're like, well, I kind of prefer the Microsoft OS. I'm gonna be like, this motherfucker's making some cash on the side.
Dude, it's all about BlackBerry.
Watch, you and I both be sitting here like, oh, we both decided to get the
We both
Microsoft.
decided to get the Microsoft. You know, the operating system is just stellar. Right? Love it. All right, last story.
Last story of the day. This one was awesome.
I love it.
8,139 people dug the story submitted by Brown3218. It's okay, Beckham. We understand. And of course, Beckham being the
Oh, wait.
famous
Sponsors, before we do the last story.
Crap. You're not going to want to miss that story.
Yep, hang in there.
It's got hot chicks.
GoDaddy.com. If you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99 plus world-class hosting, fast and easy website builder, and much more. And GoDaddy's recently started registering .ca domains. Plus, when you enter the code DIG1, that is a number 1, when you check out, save an additional 10% off your entire order. Some restrictions apply. See site for details. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
Netflix. Hippie Thanks to Netflix for sponsoring this episode of Diggnation. With Netflix, you can rent over 90,000 online titles, including lots of Blu-ray titles, with free shipping both ways to your home. They now have over 40 shipping centers, so almost all deliveries happen in one business day. Plans start at just $4.99, and as a member, you can get a 2-week free trial membership just by going to www.netflix.com/Diggnation. Remember to type in the www.
That's right. Also, big thanks to our buddies at Squarespace. Love these guys. Love these guys. I mean, we love all of our sponsors, but
Yes.
sometimes there's a little place in our heart for guys like Squarespace. It's a publishing system for anyone looking to build a blog, portfolio, or any other kind of website. We've been having a blast. They redid alexalbrecht.com.
Oh, is that up now?
Yeah, dude, check it out. And they did this like whole filter thing, or like a feed mashup thing for me. So it's got my my tweets there, and then this is a mashup, all episodes of Diggnation. Whenever a new episode of Diggnation, TRS,
Oh,
or
nice,
Project
dude.
Lore comes out,
It all goes into one
all
frame.
goes up into the one frame on my homepage. Isn't that
Awesome.
crazy?
Yeah, they also helped me with kevinrose.com, so
Oh, that's cool.
check that out as well.
And I guess they weathered the 250,000.
Oh yeah. So my story about the iPod rumors got on the Digg homepage, and no crashing. They withstand
like
the
it.
Digg effect. And it was funny because one of our guys at Rev3 was talking to them, and said it was about that whole Digg effect thing. And they said that's the same hosting, like just because they didn't put me on any different hosting plans, the same grid that they use for everyone else.
Yeah.
So if you get like even the $8 plan is going to be able to withstand the Digg effect.
Which
so.
is, I mean, that in and of itself is huge.
Pretty
so if you want to sign up for an account at Squarespace, head over to squarespace.com, enter the promo code Diggnation, and get 10% off the lifetime of your subscription.
Oh, nice.
Epic. Speaking of Epic, you should check out Epic Foo on this here Revision 3 with Zadie Diaz. Love Zadie and Steve. Give them 6 minutes every Tuesday and Thursday, and they will give you the web. Check out the people and organizations serving the golden finger to traditional thinking with upcoming indie artists, new web tools, and everything you need to stay on top of emerging pop culture. EpicFoo.com.
Nice.
Now let's talk about David Beckham's crying eyes.
David Beckham was at the Olympics, and
Is that the Olympics, or is that just a sporting
I said
event?
that. I think it's a sporting event.
Yeah.
And take a
'cause
look.
that has a Miller Lite on the cheerleader's
Right.
pants.
So take a look at the cheerleaders here. He's taking a look at her ass. He gets caught by the girlfriend, who is
mean
her
wife?
wife, Posh Spice, who is pissed. He tries to
Oh, I love this.
say sorry and then smiles and checks out
He's
the ass
like,
again.
well, you know what? I'm David Beckham. She's not leaving me.
Right.
Dude, David Beckham is such a pimp.
He is pretty
I
grand.
saw him in LA. I pulled up to the stoplight, and this freaking white drop top Bentley pulls up, and it's David Beckham. And he's like, no tinted windows, like tops down, windows down. He's fucking pimping out like $1,000 sunglasses, just doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
The only problem with David Beckham I have is that he has one of those tramp stamp tattoos.
Oh, what? He does?
Yes.
On a guy?
Yes. Hold on.
Oh, you just blew my mind. Why would that have happened? Did he,
Type in
did he
David
miss?
Beckham and then images.
Oh, I don't want to see him.
Hold
Oh,
on.
there it is.
See?
Oh, that's a little much.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little much.
I'm all for the sleeves and anywhere else, but there's one place a dude can't get a tattoo, and that's the lower ass back.
Yeah, the
That's
tramp
like
stamp.
they call this tramp stamp.
I can't believe he has a tramp stamp.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, oh man.
Like, I used to like you, now you got tramp stamp.
It's all good. He seems like a cool guy.
He seems like a totally cool guy.
Badass.
Although I think he'd be one of
football
those.
player.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like a good kid.
So
I like to hang out with people. I wish we could just go and hang out with
I think
famous people.
Piker's a Beckham fan, right?
I'm a football fan.
He's a football fan,
Oh, and he says football.
but yeah, I know. Well, I said football too because I knew Piker would like.
Ah.
That's what they say.
I mean, he's an alright guy. He's a very, very sensitive guy. He always cries. I think
Oh, he cries?
Chicks like him because he gets emotional and he cries, and they like him.
So he's got a tramp stamp and he
He cries. Yeah. See, I'm tarnishing
Well,
your
he's
image.
nailing the hot Spice Girl.
She
So
is smoking. There's no doubt
she's
about
like
that.
the hot Spice Girl. So there you go. All right, let's move on to some emails, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, Alex's crockpot idea. Dear Alex, hey, I love watching the show. You're amazing. Keep up the good work.
You didn't do this.
I haven't done it yet. I'm working on it. From watching, first off, I've been fucking busy like crazy, bro. Like crazy,
Dude.
bro. I know.
You and me both, which is good. There's nothing wrong with being
It's always
busy.
good to be busy, but I mean, 3 weekly/daily shows every fucking week is a lot. Anyway, but I'm gonna do this because I like the idea. I've been watching this show. I know you love to cook in your crock pot. The other day I stumbled upon this link and I thought you'd like to check it out. Has hundreds of crock pot recipes. Thanks, Dana. I think it's Dana, right? Yeah, Dana. Crock pot recipe. Oh, dude. I am so gonna be on this site forever.
All day chicken. That sounds good.
All day, dude.
Apple butter. Click on apple butter.
Where's apple butter? Apple butter. Apple
Down,
butter.
down. Let's see what this is. 14 apples, 2.5 cups
Oh
of
my
sugar.
God! So you make your homemade apple butter?
1 cup apple juice, 1 tablespoon cinnamon, cloves, and then allspice.
Love allspice.
Wash core apples, slightly greased crock pot, cook on high for 5 hours. Dude, it's like sauteed, like buttery apples.
I love it, dude. So this is called Nick. It's Niki Nikki Bone BONE.com. NikkiBone.com/recipe/crockpot.html.
Sweet.
Dudes, thank you. This is my new. Ready for this? Bookmark.
I love crab dip.
Done.
Just
Dude,
saying it's on there.
I'm on, dude.
I'm a big crab dip fan.
Crazy Comfort. That's gonna be good. Oh, sprayed butter flavored cooking spray, brown meat. Oh yes, love it.
Sounds good. You got to do that show. I think that'd be really fun
I
and
know,
entertaining.
yeah,
And I would seriously do follow some of your recipes because
Dude, if you
I'm
get a
going to
crock
buy a crock pot.
Dude, if you are a bachelor out there and you're living by yourself and you're making yourself ramen noodles at night or like hamburger helper or whatever it is that you make, or like with your Foreman grill, throwing on the frozen things. If you want really good home cooked meals that are just as easy to make as that kind of shit, crock pot's the way to go, bro. You literally just like throw the ingredients in the crock pot, set it in the morning. So like you would throw it in before you go to dig, set it to high or low.
it's almost like setting it and forgetting it.
It is. It's very rompapil. It's very rompapil. Set it. Go to work.
Forget
you come
it.
back. You open the door. It smells amazing. You got a whole. And most of the time, you cook so much food that you've got lunch for the next day. You know what I mean?
Sounds great. I'm gonna try and
It's
find some really
awesome.
healthy ones.
Dude, there's so many really good ones.
Good.
And I'm gonna start doing.
I will buy a crock pot. I'm gonna buy mine. Is there anyone you recommend?
Not
They're
really.
all pretty easy, right? This is like 2 or 3 settings, right?
Yeah,
like low,
they're-
medium, and high.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's literally low, high, and warm. I mean, it's like, that's it. It's
so
either
like
you do it low or high. So it's
All
like
right.
low for 7 hours, high for 5.
I'm gonna
It's
go to
usually
Target
what
and get one.
Yeah, I got mine at Target, so.
And they're
Cool,
cheap.
dudes.
They're like $15, right? Oh, fuck
Yeah,
me.
like mine's 29.
Prager's getting a ticket.
That's not Prager's car. Is that your car, Prager? You didn't bring your car, did you?
Yeah, that is my car.
All right, Prager's getting a ticket.
Prager's getting a ticket. Show the camera. Tilt the camera.
Newsies,
You gotta show your
newsies.
car getting a ticket.
I don't know if I can get it.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Won't that show my street and where I live?
Yeah, don't
let's
do
not do that.
We're all sensitive.
I'm getting a ticket.
Go say hi,
He's
just
writing
wave.
you up right now, dude.
I love it. Well, anyway, thank you, Dana. I'm totally gonna pizza in a bowl, cheap pizza dip.
You just got fucked, Prager.
Dude, creamy
Oh, look at
poppy
him.
seed chicken.
I dare you to go out there and say some shit, Prager. It's like, no.
No, don't do
I
it.
got some of those frozen pops.
Dude, what's the other?
You could. It's a hot day. Offer that, he might give you a non-ticket.
No, as soon as he does the scan your VIN, you're fine.
That's right. Frozen pops.
Like,
are-
bark.
And he's-
Although, oh, here comes the boot. No, I'm just
oh.
kidding.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
There
He's
it
got a
is,
ticket.
man.
That's
It's
$60,
done.
dude.
Well, I mean, Kevin's making fun, but we walked
I
out
just
to
got a
get
ticket
lunch,
like
and
a
he's
half hour ago.
like, "Here's yours,"
If he gives me a ticket, I'm gonna go out there.
and punch him in the
Oh,
nutsack.
is this in the same spot?
It's in the same spot.
No, but
I
he's been there
moved.
for 2
I
hours. You
moved.
moved.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead. So go ahead.
All right, so that's it. Email of the day from Scott. Hey, Kevin announced I just saw a video of a 747 getting hit by lightning and remembered you guys talking about it in the latest episode, so I thought you should have a look. Watch this. Okay. So this is a 747 taking off. First of all, lightning doesn't hurt planes. We talked about this.
Well, we did talk about it. That's why he sent it to us.
Right. Let's take a look. And here we go.
Here we go.
And loading.
Buffering.
Come on,
It's
747.
buffering. Oh, I like that the advertisement video is able to play, but it's still buffering the actual video.
Why is my
ThankYouBreak.com.
internet so slow lately? I have my all my DNS settings right.
I don't know, bro.
Normally it's like when I, oh, there you go.
This is gonna be fucking awesome, isn't it?
It is. Up in the air, 747. Oh, hand there. There you go. Here we go. And look out!
Holy fuck balls!
Is that crazy?
Holy shit!
And then this one crashed after this happened. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Can you believe that, though?
Dude, that is nuts. So it hits the plane and then goes through the plane and hits the ground.
I heard it shakes the plane too. You know how many people must have got fucking so scared when that shit
Every
happened?
single person on that plane
Shit their pants.
shit their pants.
Probably right.
Literally. And that was the plane of shit. I mean, that's ridiculous, dude. That I would. I can't even imagine how brown my pants would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would. That's crazy.
It is crazy. So that's it.
Dude, good show.
Yep.
That's it for this week's edition of Diggnation. I'm Alex Albright.
And I'm Kevin Rose.
Until next time, stay classy.
Watch where you park. Be careful. Tickets. In
In
between my wine case and the start of the cupboards is a laptop bag. Inside of said bag is a pouch. Inside of the pouch is another smaller pouch.
Inside that smaller pouch is a baby kangaroo.
Is a key.
Don't adjust the baby
That
kangaroo.
key is to the closet that holds another small pouch that can hold another key.
That key is to be ignored.
That key is right out.
That key is to be ignored. Next to the key
Are the headphones.
are the headphones.
Boy, she doodles.
We're gonna settle this once and for all.
What? No.
You're speaking truth. Let's go to the phone.
It's garbage.
It's entertaining.
Thanks.